Hello everyone, Blue here, and today we're going to be doing a conversion tutorial. This is going to be the MV Britannic tutorial, or conversion from the MV Georgic. So disclaimer here, make sure to actually build the ship, because Rich has actually made a tutorial for the MV Georgic. So that give you a reason to follow this, if not, it'd be useless. So without further ado, we can start with the conversion. So first off, we're going to start easy. We're going to remove the cranes here all the way down to the base here. Remove this quartz block there. And what we're going to do next is go from this block here, so from the little curve there, from the very beginning, so there's going to be 2 blocks, but just this block right here, or this whole entire section right there, we're going to cut it completely. Because if you know about the ship, the MV Britannic's key detail or key difference is the fact that this superstructure there is actually flat. So if you look over there, that's the MV Georgic. You can see it's curved, kind of like the Oceanic 3, because it's basically a bigger version of these 2 ships. As you can see, they already have the marker there. So what we're gonna do next is delete this deck here, because what we're gonna do is just build the superstructure with the glass. And I will go very, very slowly so people understand, because I will make a disclaimer again. The way I do tutorials are completely different to how Rich would do them usually now. Where he would explain, remove some blocks, explain, and do it slowly. What I would do is just cut one side and then just build there. So yeah, just a disclaimer there. I apologize if you may be confused when I continue the tutorial. If that's an issue, I'm very open to any critiques and whatnot, but if not, then yeah, I hope this is enjoyable. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is just build a quartz layer all the way to the middle, and then we're gonna add the glass. So we're gonna do here. So first of all, we're gonna make sure this is covered, or a barrier from the 2 ends. So remember when I was talking about the block that used to be here, it leaves these 2 blocks here. What we're gonna do is build 3. So it's gonna be 3. So it's 3 blocks up here. We're gonna have a 3 spacer. So it's gonna be 3 space here from the outside edge, and then we're gonna add the glass. So it's going to be 2 there. So 2 block high glass. 2 blocks from here. We're gonna have a 2 wide door. So again, 3 blocks in. So it's gonna be 3 blocks space here, glass, and then we're gonna have a 2 block gap, the doors, and then 2 block gap again, and we're gonna have glass all the way to the middle. So it's gonna be 2 blocks in distance or separation. There you go. And then we're just gonna build everything up so we can have a wall complete. So I just do this, and there you go. So a recap: we start here, build 2 up, then glass 2 up, space of 2, cut in here, make the doors. Space in here, 2 block space, glass, and then and just go all the way to the middle. So space of 2, glass, 2, glass, 2, glass, 2, glass, 2, glass, until you make it to the middle, and you will know you did it correctly if there's a glass beam or layer in the middle. So moving on, we're gonna build a wall on top. So there's gonna be the second layer of glass, but instead of having a 3 spacer here and any doors, we're just gonna have glass from this point all the way to the edge. And so the same thing again. So it's gonna be 2 spacer here, 2 space, 2 space, 2 space, 2 space, 2 space, until you make it to the center, and it's gonna be exactly on the same layer, or the side as the bottom layer, or position, not side. So yeah, do the same thing we did below, and just cover. Oh, lag spike, I apologize for that. Cover this up with quartz because we don't want it to be open. Another thing you can do after we finish is cut in or punch in holes and add quartz slabs. It just adds a bit of character and adds definition to the ship. So yeah, then we just add this layer over here, and there is the front layer. Now don't worry about the superstructure up here. I will remove that in just a second. So just a small little recap here. 2 block space here. So unlike the bottom where it's 3, we're just gonna have glass with a quartz slab on top and have a 2 spacer all the way until we make it to the end here, and it's going. You'll know either correctly if there's a quartz glass block, glass blocks right here in the center, on the same exact I guess side, not side. What's it called? Row, I guess row. Yeah. So then after that, what we're going to do is cut the whole entire superstructure here. So what we can do is cut this down. So I'll leave this. Yeah, I'll leave it there. So we're gonna cut the bridge wings all. Oh wait, from here actually. So up to and break all the way down to the very center, which is right here. Cut. There you go. Don't worry about the top. That's there for a reason. You'll understand in a bit. So what we're going to do is first build our wall here. After we build back 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make that 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 6. It's 6. Yeah. There you go. And then afterwards, we're going to build our inner wall. So luckily enough. Oh no, wait, don't delete that. We just add a block here. So this is going to be 3 blocks. So just 3 here. Back 2. And then, oh sorry, no. This is going to be 4. And then back 2. And then we go into the center. So all the way to the center. Which is right here. I'll use this yellow block to mark the center. There you go. And then what we're going to do is add the glass. Which is going to be 1 block high. Since the wings, the bridge wings cover it. So you can't really have it being like that. Or 2 blocks. So in the center here, we build this up. We're just gonna have 1 block there and just have a space placed out by 2. And you can add the slabs on top just to add definition. And then just build this up to 3 blocks high. There you go. Actually, you can remove this because that's where the bridge wings are gonna be. Then we can get rid of this. Place our deck in somewhat. After that, we get to build out and make the bridge wings. So again, to recap before we do that, we remove the whole entire superstructure here, the bridge wings, the bridge itself, and then we're just going to have the inner walls here. So there's going to be 4 blocks in total. So if you remove all of it, you might be left with just these 2 blocks. Just add 2 here, 2 blocks out, and all to the center. That should be 13 blocks out, all the way to the center. Add your center block, add your glass. And you can do it however you want. You can even add a door here because this is not accurate to the ship whatsoever. But since there's not really much photographs to determine what it looked like, you can make it up as you go. Alright, so now we're going to do the bridge wings. So what we're going to do is count with wood blocks 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then add a red block there to mark the center. And we're going to do after that is count 25 blocks out with quartz. That's going to be the start of our bridge wings. So that should be 2 blocks out from the side, so overhanging by 2 blocks. Does it prove that? Yep, 25. So there's 2 blocks out, overhanging. Then we're going to pull back, or count back 5, or place 5 blocks, of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, it's 1 block off from this little barrier there. Then we're just going to build in all the way to the middle. So again, if you don't know, the Britannic's main detail or main thing that made it stand out from the Georgic was the fact that the whole entire superstructure, which is flat, which is, well, followed by the bridge wings as well. After that, we're going to grab our pale oak fences. If you don't have that, you can use our birch fences. We're gonna build in by so 1 in here and make sure build up 2. So it, what's it called? Follows the contours of the bridge wings. 4 blocks out. Then you have another pillar, which is these are the pillars for the outside. After that, we're going to be doing the same thing. So it's gonna be 4 spacers here. 2 blocks, 2 fences, 2 fences, 2 fences, and that's your pillar. And over here it's gonna be a 5 block gap. You can't really. You can maybe place 1 there, but I wouldn't really advise it. You can. I'll keep it. So yeah, you can add the middle block there. So it's just gonna be 2 block gap between them. And yeah, there you go. Then just fill in your deck. And then we can do the bridge, the bridge actually. And after that, we can do the crane in the front of the superstructure, and then we can move on. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the tutorial so far. I really, really wish it's not complicated, and if it is, again, you can comment below. Be nice about it. Say that, oh, it's a bit confusing. Maybe slow down. Maybe do a different tactic and whatnot. Well, yeah, I'm open to criticism. Anyways, moving on, what we're gonna do is just make an outline of the bridge wings all around, so there's a barrier. Yeah, there we go. There's a lock there. Move in your iron bar or fence post. And then we're gonna count in 6 blocks of quartz, so there's gonna be like a barrier here, so it's gonna be 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we get to do our bridge wings, or our not bridge wings, our bridge itself. So just cut down this until you make it to the edge, which would be right here. Then have a wall there, and then we're gonna have 3 blocks of quartz, glass. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, 4. It would be 4. Because we're supposed to follow this, but it's supposed to be flat. So yeah, 4 blocks of glass. I'm gonna build up here. What we're gonna do then is go back 3. So yeah, maybe make this 4 blocks instead. In by 3, and then or 4, and then back 3. So again, recap. So first I'm gonna start with this again. We're gonna have 4 blocks instead, not 6. So 4 blocks there. Our bridge there. Go back 3. In 4, back 3 to connect to the rest of the bridge. So after that, what we're gonna do is make an entrance there. So there's gonna be a door here. So it's gonna be glass here, then a wall here, all throughout, and then a glass right here. So 2 blocks in, door, 2 blocks, and then 1 block here, glass, and then there you go. That follows the rest of the contours. And then we just add an overhang right here. It's a thing that Richard does. It's nothing that I do. And then we're just going to build this in like that. So we didn't have to remove the barrier here, so don't worry about that. If you kept this, all you do is just build the same thing again, as you usually do with the regular ship, or regular Georgic. And there you go. So that's the bridge and the front superstructure all done. Now all that we have to do is grab our yellow terracotta and our black concrete. And we're going to do is the crane. So if you look on the other side, the Georgic has the cranes there. So does the Britannic. Well, not really. In photographs, it didn't really show them. It showed that they were just like regular cranes that were just built up like the usual ship. But I just wanted to make sure that at least something came from the Georgic on the ship. So yeah, what we're going to do is go back to the bottom of the superstructure here, and we're gonna count 4 blocks in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, up 3, 1, 2, 3, and right here you're gonna place your quartz stairs. And what you're gonna do next is build your crane, which is going to be 10 rows of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then you add your black block there, and that is pretty much it on the front superstructure. After that, all we do is just copy and paste it to the other side, and then again, like I said before, I'm going to recap everything so that people understand. So we do copy, flip to the right, and paste. And there you go. Front superstructure is there, the bridge wings. Not something I usually do to indicate that we're done with this section. Is just getting rid of the markers. So yeah, there you go. Now this open area here is a bit bare. You can pretty much add anything you'd like as long as it makes sense, of course. And so, oh, my mistake. I nearly forgot about the stairs. The stairs need to be, let's go on. So, sorry about that, guys. So we're going to do 4 blocks in. 4 blocks in from the side here, the bridge wing. And just do the usual stairwells that Rich does. Nothing different. I didn't try anything different. So, yeah. So So we're gonna just copy this. Copy, flip to the right, and paste. There we go. There's the stairwell right there, and then that is pretty much it on the front superstructure, forecastle and whatnot. Now, I made a marker here to indicate where this building area here, because first off, this little area here didn't really exist on a real ship. There were some photos and models that had it, so I decided, well, just to add it, just so you can tell the difference between both the Georgic and the Britannic if you didn't look at the superstructure. But I ended up noticing that it was a bit wrong, so what I'm going to do is actually wing it. So I'm going to cut this and do it my own way without having to follow my dumb notes here. So yeah. So what we're going to do is, remember from building the ship, like I said before, if you build the ship, you'll know this. There's a little deck house here. We're going to build from that. What we're going to do is add 5 blocks from here. So you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the already existing. So that should be 15, yeah. So this is 10. You add 5 to make it 15. Then you go out 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's going to be 2 blocks space here. So 7. Back 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you build in all the way to the center, which I'm pretty sure that should be somewhere close to 14 or 13 blocks. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Not even close. 13 or 12 or 11. So build in 11. So yeah. From the edge there, build in 11. And then increase these walls to 4 blocks high. So 4 blocks there. So yeah, just keep on building this up. And then after that, we will add the roof. These are going to be polished andesite, I believe. Diorite. That's different. So first off, cut this open. Oh no, sorry, no. This doesn't open. You just build it from here. So from the center, so it's gonna be 2 blocks. So just follow from here. It's you're gonna have 1 block of acting as a barrier or wall. So it's going to be from the 3rd block, and then on the very top of the 3rd block, you're gonna just add the deck or cover. So I just follow this. And yeah, just fill in the little wall here or deck. And then we're just gonna have some small details on the top. Something I also came up with just to add it because it was a bit bare. So there you go. And then boom. So from the middle here, we're gonna have 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just basically a copy of what this is. Instead, 3 blocks actually. 3 blocks. It's just a copy of here. You can see like from the center, there's 3 blocks here, 3 blocks there as well. After that, we're going to build a sort of shed. So they're going to be spaced out by 2. So it's going to be here. So from the middle here, count in 3, back 2, and just have a 2 block there. Afterwards, we're going to increase the length or the width by 8. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And do the same thing here. Same thing here. Same thing here. And then grab your stair blocks and just cover them up. So just small little sheds. They're not really accessible to people, but they're just supposed to add more definition and more things on the deck or this little section here. So after that, we can basically copy and paste this to the other side. So we're gonna go from the center here and just build from here. Then we're gonna copy, flip to the right, and paste. Remember the center block there, and that's a little superstructure there. Again, this is something I had to come up with to add because on photographs it didn't really show up. Other photographs did, others didn't, so I didn't just want to leave it out. And so I used the tactic that Ridge usually does and just mixes everything, every detail together. So yeah, One final thing that's just a personal thing, what you can do is change the color of the carpets or the covers of the lifeboats to red or any color. I did red just so I can tell which one's different, because on the mini map you can't really tell. On this mini map you can, but on the mini map on my server you can't really tell. So anyways, just change the blue carpet to any carpet you'd like. I'm gonna do red carpet. And after that, that is pretty much it. If I'm not mistaken. Yep, my notes are complete. That is the MV Britannic. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it wasn't complicated. Again, if there's any issues, you can definitely comment. Be nice, of course. Yeah. So, yeah, this is the MV Britannic. I hope it was a fun ride. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And there will be more tutorials in the future. Maybe not this instant or this coming future, but maybe mid-December and whatnot. If you have any suggestions, like I did the preview of the Flandre already. So if you want that ship, you can always tell me. If not, then I'll just leave it here. So yeah. Without further ado, this is Blue signing off, logging off, and disappearing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.